Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Malcolma with FTD and me. I thought I would take a video a little bit different this time. I often talk about self-care and things you could do to take care of yourself, and thought today would be a good day to take a video as I do one of the things that I do to take care of myself, and that is to walk. I walk early in the morning. I live near several schools, so sometimes traffic is moving, but of course I am in a safe space as the traffic moves by. I'd like to say today that I am grateful to be back. I had taken a hiatus, and that was because of caring for others. That now includes my mother, at least for a little while, as well as some changes in my husband's care. As I walk and do this time for myself and to share with you today, I'd like to talk about good help. It's hard to find. Good help. Good help. It's hard to find. And when I speak of good help, I'm speaking of, be it coordinators to help you get things in order for your loved one, even yourself. Good help is hard to find when you're looking at agencies who have healthcare care providers that they can employ and deploy to your home to help make caring for your loved one easier, as well as even state agencies such as DFACS or the Department of Human Services, whatever your company is called, to have someone complete the documentation so that you will be able to qualify or not for those services that your loved ones stand in need of. This year has been interesting. The ending of last year was interesting. And being transparent, as I try to be as much as possible, because how can I share my journey if I'm not telling the truth about the journey? In completing the documentation for my husband to continue to qualify for the waiver program through Medicaid, the excuse has always been COVID lately. I think it's time for us to stop using COVID as an excuse for fail to prepare and fail to assist. We know, yes, COVID was just a detriment to our entire being because everyone was sheltered in place for a while. Those who were sheltered in place found out that they could be self-sufficient and maybe didn't go back to the jobs they had previously, or those jobs were later dissolved. Whatever that case may be, there were some changes. However, especially the state of Georgia, you were in a rush. You were in a rush to get back as business as usual. Your business as usual mean that you wanted your doors open, you wanted people working. Well, Georgia, that happened quickly. A lot faster than some other states. And while your doors were open and your people came back to work, yes, initially they may have had a lot of catching up to do, but the catching up to do should be caught up by now. especially when you have lives in the balance. Well, my husband's documents were to be updated in October. He was assigned a caseworker in November. I'd already been instructed on what information to upload. Well, in December, the new caseworker introduced herself. She gave me a litany of documents she needed to have uploaded for her, although this was a renewal, not an initial. That's not my wheelhouse, so I uploaded them. I spoke with his coordinator, advised her of what I've had to upload. Our conversation was around, this is not an initial request, this is a renewal, and renewals don't require all of those documents. That's a conversation for her and for his caseworker for DFAC. That's not my wheelhouse. Let's fast forward to January 31st. January 31st was the last day those documents should have been reviewed, approved, declined, resent, whatever needed to have been done. January 31st, my husband's Medicaid assistance was shut down. As I scrambled through asking, why haven't these documents been checked? Going to the office, I went twice. Someone will call you in 24 hours. Someone will call you in 48 hours. None of those hours ever came. Waiting in that line, of course, with my mask on. His case was closed. So then I started looking at an ombudsman or whom I can talk to, even considering the news, even considering Channel 2 News, to come back out and let's talk about this challenge for caregivers and those with dementia and other disabilities. Finally, after coming off the rails, and I hate to come out of character, out of who I am to get things done, and had the lady to stay on the phone with me because I told her these documents were sent, even though she said that the daughter did not send them. Now I know that I'm gorgeous, and I know that I can make 57 look good, but I'm not his daughter. I'm his wife. Finally, we got that done. However, there's a trickle-down effect. He was enjoying his mom's meals. And shout out to Mom's Meals, because their meals are good. I've tasted them. Are they perfect? No. Are they the meal my mom would probably season to prepare? No. But they are good compared to the mass-produced meals that he has tried. I feel that their nutrients are there. They lay out what's in there. They lay out the nutrients. And he eats them. And that's what's most important, is that he finishes the meal. The Mom's Meals were being cared for through that same program. So no meals. No caregiver services. Caregivers, of course, they're not coming here to care for him for free. They're not being paid. The agency's not being paid. So all those things have been turned back on. I'm talking to the coordinator. She's saying, oh, they'll just come back on. No, that doesn't work that way. I've already talked to them, Mom's Meals. Anyone that knows me know that I will do my research. Even in that, sometimes I may be wrong. And it's okay to be wrong. How else will you learn? I've done my research. I said, you have to contact them and turn the meals back on. I gave her the lingo so that the meals would run long term. Why did she set it up for him to receive 3 meals? Typically, his program has been, for the last few years, since he's been taking the services through Mom's Meals, his meals have been 14 meals every 2 weeks. I get a menu in the box. I pick out what I want, whether it's breakfast foods, lunch foods. I mix it up. He doesn't eat pork, so I can omit pork. I have choices, where some of them just give you the same meals for 14 days. I don't even like eating the same thing 3 days sometimes. Thus lies a problem for us, because now he has no meals, and now I need to go back to doing what I was doing prior to, which I have no problem with if the service is not coming back, and start to cook for him. In addition to Mom's Meals, the care service. I've requested a man because, number one, he's a man. That's number one. He's a man. And he has dementia. He's heavy. He's heavy. And a woman trying to lift him, pull him. He's not comfortable with a woman cleaning him in his private areas. It's hard. He doesn't do the things she's asking him to do as well as a man. I think he looks at a man as being his son, and it's okay. I find that. The agency said, we got a man. I said, well, and I talked to another agency, we have a man. I like to interview them. I like to talk to them. Let me hear what they have to say about themselves and the services they can provide for my husband. Because I'm going to also let you know the services that I would like for you to provide for my husband. I make it pretty easy. Some may say it's hard. I'm home unless I have an errand to run or a doctor's appointment to attend. I'm there. You do not have to wash his clothes. You do not have to wash his clothes. You do not have to mop. You do not have to make his bed. Thank God we still sleep together. We're still in the same bed. I am so grateful for that. You do not have to do any laundry as far as folding the laundry. You don't have to wash his plates. You don't have to prepare his meal. This is what I do. Ask that you do and do it well. Attend to him. Talk to him. I have coloring books. He doesn't really color anymore. He draw a line here or there, but present the coloring books. Let him do these things. Let him color. Keep him engaged. Tell him what day it is. Just basic things you would do with someone that didn't have dementia. You talk to them. Ensure that he drinks his fluids, which means you're going to have to encourage it by handing him the bottle. Let him drink it. He may take sips. Okay, give him a few minutes and reintroduce it. He'll take sips. The main thing is to get the fluids in him, because the medication he takes, it requires a good bit of fluid for it to work. Take him to the restroom. He's totally unable to get up and go to the restroom. So we have to make sure that you take him there and change his underwear. I do not use the word Pampers. Babies wear Pampers. We're adults. Give us our dignity. We don't wear Pampers. I'll call them his underwear, because that's what he called his underwear, was his underwear. Everyone was saying underwear. Just checking for traffic. Or if it was my mother, I may even say her panties. But I will not say Pampers. If there's anything you could take from what I'm saying, give your loved one, let them continue to have their dignity. If they did not have dementia, or they did not have had that stroke, or whatever has taken away their ability to be independent, if that had not happened and they needed to use the restroom, you would not say, go change your diaper or go pull your diaper down. Give them their dignity. And the last thing, just as important as all the others, is please wear your mask. Now, you may feel how you feel about masks. That's your thing. I'm not here to judge you, but I deal with Crohn's disease. I'm immune compromised. I wear a mask. My husband is immune compromised. We're going to wear a mask. My mother is immune compromised, regardless of if she wants to say it or not. We're going to wear a mask. So if you come in my home, you got to wear a mask. You have to wear a mask. Now, I understand this gentleman would be in my home roughly about 7 hours a day. I'm not asking him to wear that mask 7 hours a day. What I am asking him to do that when he is in the home, to wear a mask. He's welcome to sit on my back patio, take his mask off. He's welcome to take his lunch break, take walks, whatever he needs to do. Just let me know that he's gone. I'll sit with my husband. But in the home, he has to wear a mask. I don't know who you're in contact with. I don't know what you're doing in your own private life. But I know in my home I need to protect us because I'm the only caregiver there. I'm finding that the agencies and I are interviewing these lovely people who want to care for your loved ones. Mine being nonverbal mostly. But they want to sleep. Sleeping is not an option. Oh, and by the way, this is long, so you can break it up into parts if you like. Sleeping is not an option when you're caring for someone. You know, if you're caring for your mom and you want to sleep, that's fine. But when you're caring for my king or my mother, the queen, sleeping is not an option. Plus, you're in someone else's home. Respect their home. They want to sleep or they want to have long conversations, and I don't have a problem with you on the phone talking to someone. Let them know, hey, I'm at work. Well, how can I help you? But long conversations, you know, like you're chatting it up with your pal. My husband is over there. He has seizures. He has little TIAs. He'll drift off and he's out for hours. How do you know that? If you're asleep. Good help. It's hard to find. So I've had to have 3 of them to take that walk out because good help is hard to find. I thank you for listening the 19 minutes almost that I've been talking about my journey within the past few months, playing catch up. I would ask that you do your research in whatever the challenge your loved one is having. Do your research. Find out as much as you can about it. And be the champion that they need so that they can get the care they deserve. Not the care that you may want, but the care that they deserve, however that looks. Again, this is Malcolm with FTD and me. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.